Pisces. Pisces, welcome. Let's go ahead and take deep breaths as I shuffle these cards for you guys. Slow and steady is the theme here, Pisces. Having to take our time. A lot of this slowing down, being mindful, being steady, being careful with your mind. And also being careful in what you're feeding your mind. In Virgo season, this season may not feel very kind. Sometimes you're having moments of introspection, questioning. You're in, excuse me, it's really annoying, contemplation. Needing to also really slow down with our breathing, Pisces. This is important in Virgo season. I think a lot of this practice, the collective's having to really focus in and centering. Really getting to know what our heart chakra is telling us in this season. I have the 8 of Wands. Following with your own unique pace, momentum. Being mindful, being mindful, being steady. Let's take the 3 of Wands. A lot of this is having to be very, very kind with our mind at this time. Pisces, you feel the need to have to be everything all at the same time. Virgo season is reminding us to really slow down with that. And to just really appreciate your achievements, really reflecting on yourself mostly. Like, it's okay to have to walk away and pull yourself away from society and really reflect on what's happening in your inner world. I'm getting that is what is making you a little go crazy a little bit. I have the 3 of Pentacles. Like finding your soft spot. Finding your gentle side, working with that, creating from that, using your intuition. Again, I think maybe you're feeling like you kind of tapped out of that energy for a while because there's so many things on the outside that might have distracted you, or you kind of just like fallen into like traps, and you're really having to just get that energy back for you guys, Pisces. I think that is what you may be contemplating on too. Am I good enough? Have I done enough? Am I going in the right direction? I think you're just really having to sit and contemplate on that. Contemplating also in a lot of questions. You know, every work that you do, Pisces, is put towards a purpose and a greater purpose every single time you say being great at a thing. You may not be giving yourself enough credit in this way. And I think we're being reminded to give ourselves the credit. Page of Cups, I feel like you're kind of falling into this like cycle of feeling doubt and feeling kind of down about yourself. There's just some things that you're not very comfortable with about yourself just yet, and you're having to find yourself sitting in contemplation and thinking like, have I done enough? Am I enough? Am I doing the things that I'm doing with purpose? Have I been doing it with purpose? That's very deep conversations you're having with yourself, Pisces. So your pace is very important right now, because your pace is also really teaching you about your personality. Take it as it resonates. You may feel like, in mind, you're very sharp. You've tapped out of your intuition for quite some time, but your mind is sharp and you're feeling like your mind is sharp. You're very mindful. I think maybe that kind of freaks you out a little bit because you don't know what to do with that sometimes, is what I'm getting here, Pisces. Take that as it resonates. I think you might be finding yourself in certain situations and like new connections that you're not like really comfortable being in, because there's just some things about yourself that you're adjusting with, is what I'm picking up. That's very, very specific and detailed. But you know, like where your goals, like you know the path that you're on, you know the challenges that you're taking on. But I feel like you're just wanting to move faster. But Virgo season is just really having you to pace with your values, what you are also having to prioritize right now. There are the little goals, you know, there's the small goals, and then we have the bigger goals. And right now I think we're having to just really focus on the detailed, more micro, in the smallest details, Pisces. Sitting with that and being steady with yourself and having to sit with that. There's a feeling of uncomfortability and unease. Where is that coming from? I feel a whole lot of this energy of you just being in your own unique pace, Pisces. Being very comfortable with that. Getting to know that and getting comfortable with that. Take it as it resonates. That's a very heavy emphasis on your pace. That's the theme here. Being very mindful and sharp. Using that to your advantage. What I'm feeling here is like you may have nights where you're just not comfortable in being with yourself with different thoughts, or you may be having some thoughts that you're not feeling comfortable with. And this may be causing you to not get some rest. And I think we are still in retrograde, so a lot of us are very messy in mind. We may not be in the right track with our mind and where we're supposed to be with our mind right now. I think there's a lot of us that's in like fog, what feels like mind fog. Unclear explanations, unclear feelings and emotions. I think if we were to not take this very personal and just going along, just moving forward, and really having to give yourself the compassion and the kindness. I think we are all very resistant to each other's kindness and compassion because it's so powerful in that way. Our body has only really known what trauma feels like. So it is sometimes hard for us to come out in knowing the greater side of that. Instead of just being in pain and in trauma body all the time, we forebode the joy and feeling great and being confident and seeing and being our own self now and the person we've become, and not really having to stay in trauma bond all the time. Like, it is okay to have healthy relationships, healthy conversations. It is okay to have and to allow yourself to have healthy conversations. We're not very comfortable with that just yet because we are also getting to know where we are with ourselves. The adjustments, the shifting in our inner world is not the same as the outer world. It's completely separate. Sometimes we feel like we have to move with the outer world when in a greater sense. It is within us, you know, that everything is operating, and we're just having to work with the outer. We are alone, in fact, already operating in our own way, and we're abundant. We are abundant in that way. Our body is of essence and quality, and it holds great quality if we know how to use it. Take that as it resonates, Pisces. I also feel that you may be having like very big moments of like revelation. This can make you feel like overwhelmed. It's a moment of liberation. It's a moment of you just really experiencing a whole new self that you're not comfortable with. Ooh, opening yourself up to that can be a lot. It's a moment of enlightenment and awakening. Very powerful. That has been a very detailed reading. Thank you guys for letting me do this quick general reading for you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share this video with your friends, your loved ones. Thank you, Pisces. I will see you guys in the next. Take care, much love. Have a wonderful Virgo season. See you guys.